Alright, in this video we're going to go through some revision notes for EDEXCEL-Math Cambridge IGCSE for examinations in 2024 and 2025. So let's begin. Now we are going to start off with topic 10 in EDEXCEL-Math. This is a really small topic and we're going to start off with something really simple. Again, this is also the last topic of our foundation part in EDEXCEL-Math. The metric system. The metric system is the British system of units of measurements. Capacity is the volume of a liquid or gas. These are the first two definitions that you need to memorize. Now let's have a look at the metric system. In the metric system, the three main units we're going to study are length, mass, and volume/capacity. 1 meter, we're going to have a look at how to estimate these length measurements to get an idea of them. Then we're going to look at how to convert the length measurements. So 1 meter is like a long stride for an average person. 1 kilometer is like 2.5 times round a school track. 1 centimeter is just the distance across a fingernail. Now mass. 1 gram of mass is like a small coin, like a mass of few grams. 1 kilogram is just a bag of sugar. 1 ton is a saloon of car. Volume/capacity. Volume, again, the definition, the amount of space taken up. Volume, 1 liter is a full carton of orange juice. 1 centiliter is a small glass, about 10 centiliters, and 1 milliliter is a full teaspoon of about 5 milliliters. I think by listening to that, you have understood how to estimate the metric unit systems. Now let's have a look at how to convert metric units. Distance to length. Kilometer, meter, centimeter, millimeter. From kilometer to meter times 1000, meter to centimeter times 100, centimeter to millimeter times 10, millimeter to centimeter divide by 10, centimeter to meter divide by 100, meter to kilometer divide by 1000. Mass. Ton to kilogram, kilogram to gram, multiply by 1000, gram to kilogram, kilogram to ton, divide by 1000. Volume and capacity. Liter to milliliter times 1000, milliliter to liter, divide by 1000. Meter cube to centimeter cube times 100 cube, centimeter cube to meter cube, divide by 100 cube. Meter cube to liter times 1000, liter to meter cube, divide by 1000. This means milliliter and centimeter cube are equivalent. The rule is simple. Small to big, always divide. Big to small, multiply. Length to area and length to volume, it is the same rule, we're just using squared and cubed numbers here. Time and interpreting time. So time can be in two formats, your 12-hour format or the 24-hour format. The 12-hour format is from 12 a.m. to 12 p.m. The 24-hour format is from 12 a.m. to 24 p.m. How do you calculate time on your calculator? So starting from left to right, place every digit in order from hours to minutes to seconds, and put this symbol, the one that is in the red box, after each digit. Example, 1135 minus 1415. First, convert 1415 from the 24-hour format to 12-hour format. 1415 is 215. So 1135 minus 215. From here, place every digit in the calculator and put that sign that is in the red box after every digit. After that, perform your calculation and you're gonna get the answer starting from left to right in order of hours, minutes, and seconds. Currency conversions. For currency conversions, we are going to be using the crazy Z method. This one is very simple, so I've only put one example here. For example, dollars to euros, $1 is 0.7775 euros. So how many euros is $210? So make it the ratio. Dollars to euros, 1 to 0.775, 210 to x. Now use the crazy Z method. Multiply 0.775 to 210 and divide it by 1. That's just 0.775 times 210, which is 163.275 euros. We're going to discuss how to perform these ratios and calculations more in the ratio and calculation and fractions lesson. But it's very simple. You just have to multiply the number above the variable with the number next to the variable and then divide it by the number above the number that you divided with. And that's pretty much it for topic 10. Now coming to topic 11. Topic 11 is the first topic we're going to start after our foundation lessons And we're going to be starting with algebra here. After algebra, we're going to go to geometry. So we have completed the foundation lessons in EDEXCEL-Math up till now. To start with algebra, let's go through the language of algebra. We're just going to define a few terms to understand the language of algebra before we start solving actual equations, which is in topic 12. Constant are any just numbers without letters. So constant is just like a number, it's just numbers. Variable is any unknown letters, so there are like letters that you do not know, like X, Y, Z. They are like variables, letters that have a number value, but you have to find it. Coefficient is a number with a variable. So coefficient is a constant and a variable together. It's a number with the variable, like 5x. 5 is a constant, variable is the x. Term is any multiplication or division operation between a constant or constant and term and constant. For example, 5x, xy, 1 over x, z over y. Expression, any addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division between terms. Example, 5x plus 7, b squared minus 10x, y, 6y over 5t. There are types of expressions. The general term we use to call the expressions is a polynomial expression. But if you want to segment them into groups, we have the monomial expression, which is just 5x, binomial 2 terms, 5x plus 8, trinomial 3 terms, 3x squared minus 10x plus 20. So you get the idea here. Formula. Any terms combined with an equal sign. So y is equal to 5x plus 7. 5x plus 7 is a binomial expression here. If you combine it with an equal sign and a variable, it's going to become a formula. So y is equal to 5x plus 7. And if you put a value in the y, behind the equal sign, it's going to become an equation. 5 is equal to 5x plus 7. Function. Any terms with the equal sign of f and x. So f of x is equal to 5x plus 7. This is a function. F of x stands for function. Now you're going to find many types of questions in algebra, and they're going to be using many different words to ask the question, but here are some of the question indicators that mean the same thing. Solve, find the value of x, solution, roots, x-intercept, rearrange the formula, make x a subject, and express x in other terms. All of them mean the same thing. You just have to find the value of the variable that they are asking for. Usually it's going to be x. So all of them mean the same thing. Find the value of x or make x the subject. The most common one used is make x the subject. This is why we're going to understand the definition of subject of a formula. The variable or letter in a formula which stands by itself. The variable and letter that you need to find. Rearranging the formula questions. These are some easy questions we're just going to go through just to understand how to make the variable the subject. Make x a subject here. So 3x plus 7 is, we're looking at example A just to clarify because I don't have my pencil right now. So we're just doing this by screen recording. So looking at example A, 3x plus 7 is equal to 23. Make x a subject, move 7 to the other side, subtract 7 from both sides. 3x is equal to 23 minus 7. Now you have to isolate x, so divide both sides by 3. So it's going to be x is equal to 23 minus 7 over 3. You could simplify this much more by doing 23 minus 7, finding the answer of that, and then dividing that by 3 and writing the answer in decimals if needed. But it is not required because they just asked you to find the value of x or make x a subject. Here you have made x a subject. If they ask you to make x a subject in simplest form, then you can simplify it, but here it is not required. Example B, ax plus 2 is equal to c. So move to the 2 to the other side, it will go to be c minus 2. Ax is equal to c minus 2. Now you have to isolate x, divide both sides by x. X is equal to c minus 2 over x. Example C. T is equal to 5x squared. You have to make x a subject, so divide both sides by 5. So x squared is equal to t over 5. Now you have to remove the square from x squared, so take the square root of both sides. Square root of x squared, square and root cancel each other out, so x is equal to root of 2 over 5. Example D. A is equal to C plus D over x squared. You have to make x a subject. So first, shift C to the other side. A minus C is equal to D over x squared. Now multiply by x squared on both sides because it is being divided on the right side. Multiplying by x on both sides, it will be cancelled on the right side and you are left with x on the left side. So x squared times A minus C is equal to D. Now divide by A minus C on both sides to isolate x. A minus C divided by both sides will give you x squared is equal to D over A minus C. To remove the squared from the x, take square root of both sides. So root and square cancel each other out. So x is equal to root of D over A minus C. Example E. Nx plus 3 over 2 is equal to mx over 7. Because both of them have like terms, we're gonna use cross multiplication. Multiply 2 by mx and multiply nx plus 3 by 7. So 7nx plus 3 is equal to 2mx. Now using distributive property, multiply the outer number by the inside brackets. 7 times nx plus 3 is gonna be 7nx plus 21 is equal to 2mx. From here then, combine some like terms. 2mx minus 7x is equal to 21. We put all the numbers with a variable in one side and all the individual numbers on the other side. From here we combine like terms and isolate the or factor out the x, which is a common term. So 2m minus 7n bracket out x is equal to 21. From here, we just need to divide by 2m minus 7n on both sides to isolate the x and make x a subject. So x is equal to 21 over 2m minus 7n. Example F. Root of 5x plus 3 is equal to 2x. So first, put all the x's on one side and the numbers on the other side. So 2x minus 5x is equal to 3. From here, factor out x. 2 minus root of 5 bracket out x is equal to 3. Divide by 2 minus 5's root of 5 on both sides, and x is equal to 3 over 2 minus root of 5. But as you can see, referring back to topic 3 in Edexcel Math, we cannot have surds in the denominator of a fraction, and root of 5 is a surd, so we need to rationalize this denominator. How do we rationalize the denominator? By multiplying by the denominator up and down with the opposite sign. So we're going to multiply by the denominator 2 minus root of 5, but using the opposite sign. So multiply the whole fraction by 2 plus root of 5 over 2 plus root of 5. The bottom is going to cancel and the top is going to multiply. So x is equal to 3 times 2 plus 3 times root 5 over negative 1. 3 times 2 is 6, and 3 times root 5 is 3 root 5. So x is equal to 6 plus 3 root 5 over negative 1. Example G. 2x plus b over n is equal to x minus u over a. Again, we have like terms, so we're going to use cross multiplication. A times 2x plus b and n times x minus u. Now use distributive property. A times 2x plus b will be 2ax plus ab. N times x minus u is going to be nx minus nu. Now combine like terms and shift the like terms on equivalent sides. 2ax minus nx is equal to negative ab minus nu. From here, factor out the x. 2a minus n is x is equal to negative ab minus nu. From here then, it's very simple. I think you know what to do. Just isolate the x by dividing by 2a minus n on both sides. So x is equal to negative nu minus ab over 2a minus n. This one was a bit complicated one. H. The last example. P is equal to 2x plus 3 pi xh. So we have to make x a subject, and as you can see, x is in both sides. So just factor out x. P is equal to 2 plus 3 pi h, and factored out x. From here, shift x to the other side and divide by 2 plus 3 pi h on both sides. So x is equal to p over 2 plus 3 pi h. So this is it for this topic. We have covered the last topic of foundation, topic 10, and we have covered the first topic of algebra. And by looking at these questions, I think you can tell that most of the questions might look hard, but as long as you get the idea, as long as you get how to solve them, if you're good with your tables of multiplication, if you know how to divide, if you know the basic rules of distributive property, of factorization, and division, multiplication, and some tips and tricks on how to speed up your solving rate, it's going to be really easy, because many questions in this algebra topic do look very hard, especially when it comes to factorization and making the variable the subject, but it's actually really easy. So you just got to keep practicing and you're going to get there. So that is it for this video. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one.